Hi, everyone. Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome to Infinity Rising. I am Kelly Jane Livingston, and today I have prepared something special for you. I have been thinking a lot about my awakening and about finding out and realizing that I was a chosen one, and that I had incarnated here on a sacred mission to transmute darkness into light and help lead humanity to freedom and prosperity and abundance and living in sovereignty with God, with the Most High. Through everything I've gone through in my life, it has all been a master training simulation from the divine to make me strong and to prepare me to embody my highest self and my highest mission on earth. I did not always know this. There have been levels to my awakening, different parts God has helped me with, and this has been a gradual process that's been unfolding since the beginning of my incarnation. And, I talk to my angels, I talk to my guides, I talk to God, and I listen to the universe, and I visit my inner child. I visit little Kelly, and I talk to her about the things that she has gone through and the wounds that she's had and the things that she didn't have when she was young that she could have really used, that would have helped us so much in life. If she had known how special she was, life could have been very different. But everything unfolds the way that God intends it to, and that wasn't our soul plan. We were meant to go through the darkness to activate our lights, but we did so that we could have total soul remembrance in our healing and to create a mission for new earth of freedom and love and light. So we could have used healers in our lives and angels who are divinely connected to source and who are aware of what is unfolding on earth and what we incarnated here to do. There are many different types of souls incarnate on this earth, and some of us here are what they call chosen ones. Chosen ones are divinely appointed by the Most High to go through and transmute a lot of darkness into light. And we have a very important and powerful sacred mission for incarnating Earth. We literally are transmuting all darkness into light. Everything that has come our way in our lives has been some kind of test or a wound or something for us to overcome. As chosen ones, we sign up to do a lot because we are warriors of the light. We are warriors of God, and we paid a very hefty price to work this high level of healing and to awaken to our eternal souls. Nonetheless, we are guided by the Most High, and we are protected by armies of angels and ancestors, and it is we're not alone. so now that we're awakened, and now that we have brought our highest selves through, and we remember why we're here. We're here to help others. We're here to make the world a better place, to heal humanity, to heal ourselves of the wounds that we have experienced throughout these lifetimes, these timelines. And something that would have helped me was, to know that I was different. I knew I was different, but I didn't understand why things had to be the way they were, or why I had such an unusually difficult upbringing and life that followed. I had struggled for so long. So now I realize it is all because I am a chosen one. God has put me here to unlock heaven on earth, to be the portal to the golden age, to transcend all fear and live in total oneness and light with God and with infinity. We remember now, and it's a new game for us because we're going into new earth with our quantum upgrades that God has given us. We've been restored to our eternal souls. And we remember that we are masters. We are creator goddesses and gods incarnate in the physical. And this is our time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into reading this list. It is signs that you may be a chosen one. And I'll get into, and I'll explain certain parts of it along the way. So it'll be fun. Have some popcorn. All right. Number 1, you have not had an easy life. We didn't sign up for easy. We may have signed up to have difficult upbringings, alcoholic parents, narcissistic abuse. We went through a lot of struggle to really find ourselves in this crazy world. And we were targeted by the dark forces, by the devil, and it would use an host to try to gain access to us, to make us go through pain and to attack us through different hosts. All of this is for a higher purpose. It's all for a higher reason, and that struggle we alchemize into strength. And we signed up for the lives that we knew would give us the most training for our highest mission. So going on that, I'm going into number 2. You are an alchemist. You are someone who can take anything horrible and transmute it into gold. You have the Midas touch. You make everyone's lives around you shine brighter, even if they only try to dim yours. You are a blessing to this world. You are everything that you've gone through in your life. You didn't let it stop you. You didn't let it you went within. You took it to God. You healed it, and you turned that pain into power, that struggle into strength, and your wounds into wisdom. You are one with your universal powers and you are shifting things, there is a ripple effect to your energy and to what you've been working. And it is noticed by the entire universe. Number 3, you trigger people. And it's not you per se, but it is your vibrational frequency. It is your divine anointing by God. And people who have unhealed demons that do not want to heal are extremely annoyed by your light. It drives their inner demons insane because they don't want to heal. And they can't rise to the level to meet you where you are energetically. So many times, the person who refuses to look within, refuses to do the healing, they project their demons outwardly onto the light worker, onto the chosen one. And that is an unfortunate part of existence for us. We've all had to go through it. You know, Jesus went through it. And some of us have gone through it over and over and over and over in our lives. As this is, and it has been, spiritual warfare on this planet. We are battling the final battle of light and dark. And it's unfolding through us, through our interactions and through the souls that we meet. But that is a gift as a healer too. So you are good. You know, it's not your fault. And I know that they try to make you feel like it is, but chosen one, you are good. Keep doing the healing, keep staying in your lane, and keep on the path. You know, if you trigger people, that means you're being your authentic self and you're vibrating where you should be. So that's confirmation to the work that you're doing with Source. Keep doing it, keep vibrating high. You're a beautiful soul. And you know, don't cut cords with those people who are casting demons on you or are triggered by your light. And keep moving to higher alignment and higher vibrations. Number 4, you have spent time in solitude. Either it is to, you know, your own preference to be in solitude, or you've gone through depression or injuries, things like that, where you really shut off the outside world and worked inwardly with God. That it seems that is such an important time for us as chosen ones to go through that period of solitude, for us to really connect and integrate with our highest selves and to communicate to our angels who are with us at all times. And, you know, for me, I prefer solitude. I love my me time. I love just me and God and talking and working things out, and, you know, speaking about soul mission and, you know, everything that God's doing to help me remember how loved I am and always have been by the universe, and like the blessings and the divine anointing that's coming through. it's like our inner world is way more important than the outer world. And that is true. That is true for us. Um, so we are working things out in the quantum. We are upgrading and we are rising higher and higher with our star families, our extraterrestrials, our angels, Christ consciousness, God. I it's just a universal energy of love and healing. So solitude is very nice. Number 5, you have an enormous heart. You have been through so much because of it, yet it's often to our own detriment, isn't it? We suffered to have this much light. We went through the darkness to do this, and we had experienced heartbreak, grief, and loss over and over and over. Beyond just this lifetime, and we have experienced more than our share of betrayals, of backstabbings, of disappointment, of loss. Yet we don't stop loving. We continue to grow in our love, and it becomes a higher entity. We expand into our multidimensional oneness with the universe, and we allow our broken heart to fill fully with light as we remember why we are here and what we are doing. So keep loving. Don't let the world make your heart turn black, no matter what the devil tries to do to you, to break you, to destroy you, to stomp out your light. Your heart, your love is your biggest superpower. So keep rising, keep loving, keep shining, keep evolving, because you are unlocking the portal to freedom on earth, to the golden age, to living in a sovereign and healthy, high vibrational earth. Love is the way. Love is the answer. Number 6, you have been drastically underestimated. The thing is that God has us hidden in plain sight. Others who can only really perceive us from the level of consciousness that they have risen to within themselves. So in a mostly 3D society or world, they don't quite understand our high vibration. They don't understand that we are eternal souls, not just humans in this experience. We have healed into oneness with God consciousness. And because of that, like, we're incredible, we're amazing, we're beautiful, we're divine, we're magical, we're infinite, and we're really embracing our true divine potential. And yet they underestimate us. They will use our light and benefit from it and siphon from it without feeding us back, without, giving us credit for the light, or honoring the light and the love that we do give. They would rather just siphon it and try to replicate it to because they want to be us so bad, but they just genuinely can't vibrate as high as we do. Therefore, they're parasites, and they don't want to feed back. They just want to take. And you know, we are magnets for that kind of behavior, which leads me to number 7. You are a magnet for narcissists. All throughout your life, you can remember dark entities that would come through different people in your life and try to wound you and to lower you and try to break you, to stomp out your light. And you have been through so much, warrior soul. You have really been through a lot, and it's amazing how strong you are. But every narcissist is someone we spiritually contract with to go through a battle, to level up with. Everything is also happening on the other side of the veil. We are going through light and dark, using duality to help us to ascend. And higher levels will bring higher devils. Everything we go through becomes, it's more lessons for our growth, and it's our alchemy with God. But there are parasitic entities in this world, and our energy is sacred. As chosen ones, we are royal. They want our blood. They want our essence. They want our divine energy, our life force energy. As creator goddesses and gods incarnate, they want to be us. So you have to have strong boundaries, of course, and you have to really respect your own energy. And the heart just wants to love people and to do good in this world, but you have to be with those who are aligned to your blessings, because others will just try to parasite from your energy, and they will just take and take and take and try to break you in the process. They want to devour you, and that's the beast that we are fighting. So we have to be energetically aware of where we put our intentions, so that they're aligned with the highest good that we can align ourselves with. Number 8, you feel a deep responsibility to help others and to change the world. Even at a young age, you wanted to fix everything. You wanted to make others happy and to transmute any density into something happier and more beautiful. And throughout your life, you have felt that there was resistance, that there was something fighting you, and that there were those out there who were trying to make the world a worse place, not a better place. And through those battles, you have gotten stronger and more relentless in your light, and your willingness and determination to change the world, to make it a better place, to help others, and to lead the path to freedom. You always felt that you were responsible for the outcome. And you're not. You really aren't. The God is in total control, but you have always felt that you had powers at work, and you do. You have incredible powers through God, and don't lose it. Keep that light. Keep changing the world, and spreading love, and spreading truth, and spreading awareness and healing, because that is so needed in this world. Number 9, you have a powerful imagination and vivid dreams. You can see into the other realm. You can see beyond the physical. You can see the astral, the quantum realm. And you can also create in that realm as well. You are a powerful creator, god or goddess incarnate, and you are creating universes, and you are living in one with your earth holographic simulation, your vessel in the physical. You are able to really plug in to all of your multidimensional selves, and be current and in the present, and living in God's highest timeline, and in the divine flow of the universe and what is unfolding for you. You're a beautiful soul. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, and believe in your dreams. Believe in them, and know that you are creating miracles through God, and by being your true self, and believing in your mission, and believing in God. Number 10, you are a gifted healer. Because we have hurt, because we have suffered, because we have been wounded, that we get to do this work with God. We get to have this intimate relationship with our Creator, and we get to heal ourselves, and be vulnerable with God, so that we can really remember the truth, and why the suffering was necessary on our journey, why everything needed to align and unfold exactly the way that God has intended it. And it is so that we can be the healers. We can embody God's love, and to create universes through that, to create our ripple effect in the universe, where we are changing realities. We are manifesting miracles, and we are shifting timelines into higher dimensions. We are anchoring heaven to earth through our healing, through being one with God and our angels and our ancestors and the whole universe. We are one, and we are able to activate and trigger many to heal, and to really looking at themselves honestly and taking an honest assessment over who they are and how they spend their energy on this earth. Because we are all accountable for what is unfolding in this earth. We are all powerful and we are all manifesting and shifting realities, whether we are conscious of it or not. A gifted healer is someone who is conscious of it, is they know what they are healing. They know the spiritual weight that it carries, and they know that we are transmuting darkness into light and shifting timelines as a result. We are energetically aware and present with the Most High. Very, very powerful. We're very powerful healers. And we often don't even realize how powerful we are. You know, just by being ourselves, we do it. And, it's amazing. Number 11, people, children, and animals feel safe in your presence. And animals will come up to you. Birds will talk to you. People will come up to you right in the street and talk to you and tell you their life stories and open up right away. We do attract so many blessings and beautiful souls along the way. Just the other day, I was out hula hooping at the park and I was talking to God, and this beautiful little toddler girl is walking with her mom, but she is so drawn to my energy. She just comes straight to me. She's not even following her mom. She's following me. And, like we actually had to be like, come on, go follow your mom. And, she was beautiful. But, yeah, kids come up to us all the time, and it's because we are good energy. They know that our souls are vibrating in a place of love because they know God. Children and animals, they are sacred, and they should feel safe in our presence because we have incarnated here to protect humanity, to protect Earth, and to protect the animals as well, because they are such a gift from God for us in so many ways. Our spirit animals and children, they are sacred. Number 12, you are an extremely empathic soul. You are far deeper than what people perceive and label you to be on the surface. You are a very deep thinker, a deep feeler, someone who is aware, awake, and divinely guided. You feel the pain of others as if it was your own. You love them unconditionally, and you are always sending your healing into others, into the world. You are a gift of love from God, from the Most High. And it is so important for us as empaths to align ourselves with the right energies, because there is evil in this world. There are those who are not high vibrational enough to be as empathic as we are. They are a danger for us because we are not to be parasited on and used for darker gain. Our energy is sacred, and our healing, our empathy, our love is a blessing. And you feel very deeply hurt when others don't see you for the true beauty that you are as a soul, as a loving, divine angel. And you deserve those who can see you. You deserve those who align to the level of love that you have given. And don't settle for less. And, you know, I need to take my own advice on that, because I've learned that lesson over and over. And it becomes more painful every time. Not everyone deserves access to our sacred energy as a healer. And we have to have good boundaries. And because we use our love and we use our sacred connection for God, for humanity's highest good, for healing, for all of the earth collective. Number 13, you are deeply connected to God. You have an intimate relationship with divine creator that expands beyond just this life. You go back so many lifetimes and timelines, and that you are an eternal soul. You are God's anointed queen. You are, or king, you are loved by the Most High, and that your connection to source is the most important connection you have ever had or ever will have. Is that God's love goes way back, and we are so much more than just this life. And when we plug in to God, we get to open ourselves and remember that. Remember our eternal love with our creator. And we can't settle for anything less than that level of love, because God won't allow it. You know, God has done everything to help us to heal and to awaken and to remember who we are. And we've gone through pain and suffering. As a result, we have earned our connection to God because we allowed ourselves to be naked and vulnerable, and to understanding that we're not an ego. We surrendered that in the fire a long time ago, along with every other past version of ourselves that wasn't fully restored to God's highest purpose for us. the entire time that we are going through the darkness, we're going through the eternal purification process. We're going through the fire. We're rising like the phoenix. We're rising from the ashes of all of our former selves. We are only the highest and most pure parts of ourselves are rising. We are ascending into our eternal oneness and our divine birthright, our, our sacred inheritance, this energy and love that we have always been connected to. We just went through, a process where our cords were severed and we incarnated here forgetting who our souls were and what our mission was. But God has restored all of that. God has lifted the veil and shown us our true divine potential. Without God, we can have nothing, and we must only accept those who are in divine alignment with us to energetically be part of our sacred mission. We must be very careful about who we align ourselves to in the outer world, as I've learned this lesson the hard way. And there are deceivers in this world. There are those who try to benefit from our light and stomp ours out. They work for the dark forces. They are against chosen ones. But, it's just an inverted mirror of ourselves. Because we shine so much light, we attract attacks from the darkness. And as alchemists, we use it to our gain, and we grow from it, and we give it to God to help us to do that. God is everything. God is everything. Number 14. You feel like you're being called to a higher purpose in this life. And like you're still here for a reason. And that maybe you don't see it fully yet, but that God sees something in you and will not give up on you. That there's something inside of yourself that will not give up. And you believe and you see possibility. You see potential for beauty everywhere you look. And you always see things in the highest light and into its most beautiful potential, because you are that kind of gem. You are that kind of crystal, that you amplify beauty and love. And it is a feeling that no matter what the devil does to try to stop us and whatever we're pursuing, in our divine mission for freedom, for awakening humanity and ushering us into the golden age of light, and everything that we incarnated here for, that you get stronger through these battles, and that you are winning. You are outsmarting your opponents every time, and you are passing the tests and leveling up and learning the lessons and doing the healing to help you to get to that next point. As we're shifting timelines and shining our light into the world to open the veil and unveil the new paradigm that we are all entering collectively. Your purpose is that healing. It is your connection to God. And that's first and foremost, but you also feel driven to higher purpose within that, to helping people in the physical, to creating healing missions, healing sanctuaries. That's really what I want to do. So I'm saying that, but whatever that is for you, chosen one, that's, you have within you a desire to help many. And there's nothing in this universe that can stomp out that love that's inside of you, that light that's inside of you, that you will succeed in your soul mission. You will align yourselves with the best souls who have incarnated here, the most beautiful, bright lights in this world. There are many, and they just need to be activated. They just need to go through that process with source and to find that healing. And we feel compelled to really create that healing and create space for people to have that healing, to have that deep connection to God. But we have to want that through God and not be parasitic on others. We have to really be pure in our connections with source, because without that, we're not able to carry a high and healthy vibrational frequency so that we're able to help others. We'd be hurting them instead. So we have to really own our frequency and be responsible for the energy that we give to others, because we can all be part of this healing collectively. But it takes a surrendering. It takes an opening of your heart to do that, to surrender your ego and that part of yourself that is self-destructive, that will keep you from fulfilling God's highest mission and from aligning your life to your true purpose and potential. Whatever God's plan is for you, it's big and you feel it. And it is a feeling inside of yourself that even no matter how much you might hurt or feel like the world has stomped on you, that you are the seed and you will continue to rise no matter what. You will break out of the darkness and you will reach for the sun. You will reach for God and you will grow. You will expand. You will grow roots. You will be fully in your power, and you will break through, because that is your destiny, that is your calling, and that is what God has made you to do. Number 15, you often feel like an outsider, not from this earth. And we are extraterrestrial. When we awaken to higher consciousness, we awaken to our eternal souls, and how we have remembrance for God and for the divine master plan and this plan on earth, this final battle. And I say it because it's like a play, and it is, but we're going through the motions in the 3D avatar of it as well. But darkness and light are coming to battle on earth, and the light has already won. The light is God, is love, is freedom. It's the end of the illusion. Because the only thing the devil or darkness had was the illusion that there was separation in this world. They had a plan to divide and conquer us since the beginning, and they tried to keep us, pin us against each other, to create wars between, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and all life on this earth. Race wars, class wars, all of it. But when you really awaken and you are one with God, then you know that everything is connected, and the devil only had an illusion of separation. But the truth is love. The truth is that we are all the same light incarnated in different vessels, and the God consciousness that we embody is able to activate and help others to accelerate in their growth and their potential as being controllers of their earth avatars, conscious creators of their realities, and manifestors of their holographic simulations. The trick to breaking the matrix is remembering that you created it. You created a cage for your soul to break out of, and that is the journey to returning to oneness with source. And you can create something better than a prison. You can create freedom. You can create heaven on earth, because you have broken it through the quantum by bringing through your angels, your highest self, your inner light. Let's see. Yeah, we are aliens, but we're aliens with a purpose. We own this earth, and we're here on a divine mission from God, and we are helping to expand and awaken human consciousness so that everyone can see that we are sovereign and free souls with God, that we are not limited to the rules of this matrix, this simulation, the mind control poisoning that they have pumped into the media to invert God and to keep people separate from their eternal birthrights as souls. Nothing can stop what God is doing, and we need to accept that and to respect that. And I am so glad that I'm not in a cage anymore, that I am with God. I am with the universe. I am free, and I know that I am going to continue to align to everything that I deserve. For I have brought through a lot of light. I have given my all to God's highest plan. Despite everything that the other side was doing to try to stop me or to get me to slow down, as my light is unstoppable. I used to slow myself down for years, and I had to stop doing that, and I'm still healing from that, because we often feel like our light is too bright, and it's not easy to be an alien. It's not, but you're incredible because God made you, and that you were master crafted for such a time as this, and your wings are beautiful. They're meant to be seen, and you are the light that this world needs. So it's okay to feel like an outsider. It's okay to feel like an alien, because we are. And many on earth have tried to treat us like we are. They didn't honor us for our multidimensional gifts. They didn't honor us as the light beings that we are. They attacked us instead, and they were horrible and evil. But um we are on that frequency that brings the devil out of it hiding. It can't pretend in our divine presence. There's, you can run, but you can't hide. And that's true for us. Number 16, you experience signs and synchronicities frequently, all the time. In fact, this is angel numbers. This is messages from God, either through telepathy, through spiritual downloads, through other people who cross your path, or messages or songs that come on the radio, or things that come up. Is that the divine is always talking to you, and you are always plugged in. You are manifesting on a very high level because you have extreme favor in the universe. You are divinely favored. So everything that you experience in your life is a synchronicity, and is a sign for you to help you to navigate your chosen path to living in your highest purpose and leaving your highest mark in the world. So yeah, it's crazy. We see everything, and we God is always talking to us. Constant affirmations from spirit, and we're in a place of total amazement and gratitude for all these blessings that are unfolding, and the miracles that God is working through us from the inside out. And I love to see that is reflecting in the holographic simulation, and that my inner work is being recognized, and that I have attracted quite a lot of attention from the universe for the work and the alchemy that I have signed up for, into birthing the free world and transmuting darkness into light, and healing universes, healing us back to what we're truly supposed to be vibrationally as a collective. And on planet Earth, we should be vibrating much higher than we have been, and that is how we are going to heal and accelerate healing on Earth through God, is to be our high vibrational selves, and to not siphon our energy off of others, that we are all sovereign in our energies, and we can't it's not sustainable to be a parasite on others' energy. Everyone has to have a relationship with God and connect to their creator on their own. So the age of the parasite is over, and we have to go inward and go with God, because we can't fake it into making it. And chosen ones, we are activators of this, and others, they are so triggered by our light and our divine presence right away that we expose their demons and their unwillingness to heal just by existing. So if they can't handle or keep their demons concealed in our presence, then they won't be able to vibrationally stay on earth as we all start vibrating back to God and to healing and God consciousness. The parasites will have no choice but either to flee and to run, or to turn to God and form a relationship to their creator. So, where were we? Signs and synchronicities. Number 17. You are sensitive to energy, and you can tell when something is off. Also, your nervous system is extremely sensitive, so you can feel things very. You're in tune with energy, and you notice the slightest things when something is not right or something is off. You need to trust yourself more, and you need to trust that instinct, because that first instinct, that first gut feeling is your intuition. It is your angels. It is that warning. And as beautiful souls with big, enormous hearts, you might ignore those warnings and choose to see the light and love in others, regardless. But you have to be aware when you are projecting your own light onto others, and when you are seeing the good in someone that might not be there, honestly and realistically. There are dark souls in this world, and you are a beautiful one, so naturally you're going to want to see the beauty and the light in others, and that can be to our own detriment. So you do have this sensitivity, and you do have these nudges from your angels, from your guides, and it's important to really listen to them. Unless you need to go through that heartbreak in order to add it to your alchemy, at a certain point, there are times where you don't need to go through battle with the devil over and over and over. Is that we are the conscious creators of our realities, and playing multi-dimensional chess with the devil is not really for our highest interest anymore. Our souls decide when it is time to end that chapter. I have reached the end of that myself in my life, and I can't continue the spiritual warfare path where we keep going through battles and heartbreaks and healing and everything. I just want to live in my mission and in alignment with that and with God and everything. My angels, my guides, my ancestors, they have me so protected because I've been through so much, because my gifts of a healer have changed the universe, have healed planet Earth. the devil is denied access to us and to our energy because we are here on a sacred soul mission from the Most High. So you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself from these entities, and if it doesn't feel right, then trust that. So you don't have to learn the hard way and to go through that unnecessary pain. Is every time that I have been backstabbed or betrayed by someone that I chose to give my healing gifts to the wrong people, I have most certainly regretted that. And it's like, okay, they took what they took, and I got them out of my life, and I am on a higher path and a higher level, and I will not keep those who are energetically on a low vibration in alignment with me and my highest mission. Frequency is our power, and those who are low vibrational will tell you, and we just have to learn to listen and to plug into that. Our nervous systems, I think, through all of the traumas that we've been through in our life, makes us extremely sensitive to hearing these demons, and to recognizing them in others who we cross. So it is part of our divine protection. It is part of what vibrationally we are aligning with. Number 18, you've gone through dark night of soul, or several. And dark night of soul is a time where you go through things in life before your awakening, where you don't know who you are yet, and you haven't fully unplugged yourself from the matrix yet, that you are still figuring things out, and you are going through the rabbit hole. You're tumbling down, and you are in darkness. You are in despair. You have suffered. You have been wronged, and you have been hurt and damaged. You feel like you've been victimized in this life, and you have been. You've been targeted by the devil your whole life, but it doesn't make sense to you why yet. It doesn't click that the devil came after you because you are so powerful, because you had to go through darkness because of your light. And that's what activates us. And once we go through it, that is what helps us be free. So dark night of soul, it can be, for me it was 30 something years, and I had and have had a lot to keep up with. As I signed up for a very difficult, it's like a video game you're playing at the hardest level, and that's what my life was. My life has been, I've been under attack since I was a baby. since I was in my mother's womb, since before, they started attacking my bloodline before I even came into existence. And that was all by design. They did that. The devil has timeline access. It tried to put us through as much trauma as it could. But because of the darkness and everything that we've gone through, we are able to embody our highest light. We're able to see things on the other side of that darkness with total clarity. And we can look back at the road behind us and see all the ways that God and the universe has had our back. And that we did not walk that path alone, even though we were blindfolded at the time. That we were always with God, and that God has seen what the world has done to us, and they have seen what lies and evil and attacks the devil has casted against us, the darkness that they have casted upon God's light warriors, us chosen ones. So we're not alone, and we see that on the other side of darkness we are loved. We are one with God, the universe, and we went through this so that we could create miracles and healing and help shift this world into the golden age, a new paradigm. We are healing. We are surrendering to the Most High and giving our hearts to God. It's truly unfolding, and we are living miracles, and we are miracle manifestors. So I'm grateful for the darkness that I've endured, for though it was hard, I got to really understand the way that God does show up for me. And I would not have that experience or that knowledge if I had not endured the pain to getting here and to coming to full remembrance with God and my eternal destiny and divine birthright. It's all beautiful on the other side, and I have done it, with God. There is no more darkness. My soul is in a golden palace, and there's crystals and gems and just treasure and beautiful souls and happy high vibrational things around me, roses, gardens, flowers, just beauty, healing, and love. That is what we're manifesting. And number 19, you are the black sheep of your family. Yeah. Yeah. I was a rebel. The more darkness tried to make my heart turn black, the more I turned inward into love. The more the uglier the world got, the more I gave in to the softness and the love in my heart. It takes great strength to remain pure in such an evil world. I have had the courage to be soft in such a hard and cruel society, and to follow my true path with God rather than following the crowd or following society. I turned inward. I found my true gifts and true blessings, and as a soul, and that I didn't fall for the rules of the Matrix that many did fall for. I didn't get vaccinated. I didn't fall into the feeling like I needed to pursue a career in the Matrix that didn't match my soul and God's highest design for me. And I never felt at home on this planet. I never felt at home in especially in the parasitic system and what they created to enslave humanity, the Matrix, the simulation of being inverted from God and sovereignty. That certainly didn't feel like home for me. And because I had a hard upbringing, I had a brother who was demonically possessed to attack me, and it was spiritual warfare growing up in my household. Also, I became vegan. I became vegan in my 20s, and I choose to live in alignment with love for animals, for all consciousness, for all beings, for all souls. Animals are sacred and they are beautiful, and I don't think they should be farmed. I don't think humans should be farmed, but we are on this planet. There are entities that wish to create suffering and evil in this world, and I chose the opposite. I chose love. I chose the road less traveled. And I got free from my family, and I moved to California, and I have spread my wings, and I've done some traveling, and I've experienced different things, and this journey. And I still have love for my family, but my mother has passed on, my father has passed on. I have a brother who is not quite on that level of healing as I'm on, so my light just activates his demons, and it's not really healthy for us to communicate, and it hasn't been our whole lives, really. So I had to do a lot of healing from that relationship, and from his demons, because he didn't just come after me. He made things very difficult for my mother and for my father and for all of us. So yeah, I mean, definitely we're different, and that's a strength, to be the outcast, to be the black sheep. Number 20. You've survived things that should have broken you. There are things that you have gone through that you are like, there is no effing way that I could have gone through that and lived to tell about it. But nonetheless, here you are. And you are strong because of it. You are the wounds that you go through or things that you experience become knowledge on the other side. You receive wisdom for your wounds, and that God blesses you through everything that you heal. And that you know that God has been working on you, even though you have had hardships and pain and loss in your life. You survived things that most couldn't. And that you are an extremely strong and powerful soul for going through that and for alchemizing it and taking it to God. Number 21, you see the beauty in things that others overlook. You understand that God and our angels, our guides, are always talking to us through this universe. Everything that comes to us is beautiful. There are flowers, there are bees, there are butterflies. Everything is coming into your divine frequency, and everything is beautiful. You are attracting love and beauty and purity into your life. By being high vibrational and being in a beautiful soul, you are also spreading beauty and love into the world. You are infectious in that. And many others don't always see, or they miss the signs or the clues that you're plugged into, that you're in tune to. Is that, songs will come on the radio that are direct messages from God to speak to you. And others will just, not even really be plugged into that because it's not their calling yet. But yeah, there are levels to this world, and that you are in alignment to this higher calling, and that you are blessed and loved and being gifted from the Most High at all times. You're so continue to do that. Continue to have beauty in your life, and you've got to be a responsible gardener. You have, in order for your garden to flourish, you have to pull weeds sometimes. You have to cut cords, and when there's a parasite or a snake in the garden, we need to have good spiritual maintenance and healthy alignments in our life. And I know that's so hard for us because I know many of us struggle with attachment. And I have still some lessons to learn in that, as I got married to my husband very fast after going through a lot of trauma in my life. And, it's like been a lot to catch up with and catch up to, as the whirlwind things and everything that's shifted in my life since my awakening. It's been so light speed and crazy. I I'm grateful for the experience and everything along the way. Everything is in divine alignment for me, for my highest good. But it's important for us to constantly be self-aware and aware of our energy, aware of our attachments, and aware of what we are manifesting through that energy and that we give. Number 22, you have a strong pursuit for truth and for knowledge. You don't want to settle for less. Your gut instinct, your intuition tells you when something is off, when something's not true. You can feel it. you can sense it, and that you are not one who can easily be swayed by lies or manipulation. That you are on top of it, you are divinely protected, you are connected to God, and that anyone who's making attempts to try to siphon or manipulate your energy for selfish gain is not in alignment for you, and that you must uphold a higher alignment in how you spend your energy, because you know how powerful you are. You know the weight that it carries, and what you put yourself into, and what manifests from that is you are the creator. So living in the age of light and being a light yourself means that only truth and freedom and things that vibrate high can really be accepted, because you are high vibrational yourself. We are atomic beings of energy, of and the higher energies vibrate on a higher level. They are not physical. The denser things are physical, and we, when we are high vibrational, density and lies and things hold no power over us, can't siphon from us, can't manipulate us. So it is incredibly important for us in our pursuit of truth and living in the age of light and honesty and transparency with all, consciousness on planet Earth. Like no governments, just living in a unified light together. That our governments won't lie to us anymore. Truth and knowledge is our eternal birthright. The Akashic records, God, Source, our angels, everyone will not allow the density of lies to hold effect over us. But we have to do the inner work to rise to our highest frequency. And oh man, I did this video yesterday and I think I did a really good job, but I had problems with my microphone and I lost most of it. So I've worked really hard on this and I put in a lot of time already. So I want to continue to stay in the zone here. Okay. You are often misunderstood or misjudged, mislabeled, mistreated. You aren't seen for the multidimensional soul that you are. People can only perceive you from the dimension of consciousness that they are in. And when you are multidimensional, you look weird to the 3D. Your light is too bright for sleeping eyes. You are a bird with wild feathers, and they're just looking at you like, and they can only see in black and white, and they're like, what the heck is that? I have no idea. And so they not only misunderstand you, but they will try to judge you or misjudge you intentionally, because they can't really rationalize what they see. They don't understand the energy that you carry. They don't understand the level of consciousness that you are on. So they try to reduce you or label you. And it's a tool of the devil to use its demons and to attack us and to try to discredit us and ruin our reputation and to stop us from fulfilling our soul mission, which isn't gonna work. It's like you just can't stop God, and you can't stop God's chosen ones. So um but nonetheless, you've experienced this. You've experienced um projection because of your divine anointing. You've experienced hatred, and they've committed a grave misjustice upon you because you are so high vibrational and divinely protected, and they don't know who they've messed with because you are so loved by God and in the universe. They're and that's your divine protection as well. It, also, you are overlooked in the 3D. You're so high vibrational that they can only try to see you as third dimensional, and you can't be more to them because they haven't met themselves yet. And it's all alignment. So find the higher alignments and keep going, because there are beautiful souls out there who will understand your light and will um, be a better alignment for you. Um, so they can work through their own projections and do so on their own, because you don't deserve that, and you don't deserve anyone to cast their demons upon you. You are a divine being, and your mission here is sacred. So there are enemies along the way, and they do want to destroy you, but that's only because God loves you, and that you're a warrior. You are a free thinker. You have an uncomfortable relationship with the government or so-called authority figures. I say so-called because there is no authority over God. And that is why the matrix is inverted against us. Is, cops, they don't really necessarily like chosen ones. A free soul to them, they can't really comprehend. And they feel threatened by us because our authority is genuine with God, and their authority is man-made, manufactured, because there is no authority, and governments want to keep us in a state of fear and panic, and thinking that we need to pay them to protect us and give them all of our money, and it's insane. So you understand that the governments are institutions to enslave and to oppress, that they're not really authority figures over us, because we have divine authority. And that is what matters. And we know our soul missions. We are non-linear, and we're here doing God's work, and that their rules and their fake laws have no governance over us and over our sacred vessels, over our soul paths and missions for incarnating Earth. We are sovereign and we are protected by the Most High, and spreading this light and to speaking truth and freedom for humanity. We don't give the Matrix our power, and to as much as we can avoid it, we think for ourselves, and we question those who claim to be authority figures. Is like, oh yeah, well, we'll see about that. Because God has shown us a much higher plan. That there is something much bigger unfolding for humanity than what the Matrix has designed. The Matrix is done. It's time for something new. Let's move on. You have an unwavering trust in the universe, and you have seen this to be true through difficulties and obstacles in your life, that there was something divine carrying you through, that you have risen from being kicked down enough times that you know that everything is happening and unfolding for you to become stronger and more resilient. You know that you are not alone on this earth, and you have seen that through times where you were the most alone. And that's when your God, your guides, and your angels came through and helped to activate you, to show you that you are loved and supported by unseen forces in this universe. You know that God has your back no matter what. And because of the difficulties and sacrifices in your life, you have experienced that. I have experienced that by being homeless, by giving my life to God and realizing that, the only thing I had was God. And that was all I needed. That was all I needed. And that's something that money could never buy. In fact, many angels on this earth are homeless or have been homeless. And that is, an experience that brings us closer to God. And because we do understand the divine protections that are with us, and the miracles that God has performed to help us through these situations. Yeah, universe has got our back. We are divinely protected, and anyone who tries to harm a chosen one is harming, God's mission. And there are punishments for doing that, because they're not just hurting us, but they're hurting all of humanity. They're hurting God, and they feel our pain. They wipe our tears, and they hold us close, and they love us, and they help us to remember, and to rise, to taking back our power, and knowing our worth, and knowing that why the devil tried so hard to destroy us is because we are such beautiful souls. We are here to be so much light in this world. Um, you are an ancient soul carrying, or you are an old soul carrying ancient codes. This is not your first incarnation. And you've been here many lifetimes, many timelines. You've gone through a lot of experiences on your journeys. You remember things that you can't quite describe with words. You have visions of another world, another time, another dimension. You are understanding that these energies are part of infinity and that you are embodying all past, present, and future into merging your consciousness with the Most High and with your highest soul mission. You have the codes within you to breaking ancient curses and opening portals and dimensions that were once denied. You know, that they have just been gate kept, and we are the ones who bear the keys. We are the chosen ones. We have within us, within our DNA, the keys to unlocking the universe and to opening the portal to the golden age, shifting realities and dimensions. Number 27, you have prophetic dreams and visions, and that there is nothing that we dream or think that is by coincidence. Everything is divinely aligned. When we sleep or when we visualize, we are plugged in to source. I still to this day have, memories of prophetic dreams that I had in my life, and even as a child, that I did not know were prophetic at the time, but I still remembered them vividly, and they have helped me. They've come true, and they have helped me in my life. That God has always been talking to us. And when we're a kid, they think, oh, she's got a lot of imagination, or she's got, you know, um, she's crazy, or she's gifted, or um, whatever. Is we are plugged into God and to these universal energies, and these are gifts to have these visions, because we are creators, and we are manifestors of our realities by tuning in more to our dreams and to our connection with God and to our visions. We are manifesting and visualizing freedom for humanity, a new earth, a place where everyone is living in sovereignty with their energy, and we are in alignment for our sacred gifts as healers who have incarnated here to have a mission. We are all here for a divine purpose. We are all here for a reason. And when we get to really tap in to our visions and to our dreams and to spirit realm, then we get to understand that and embody our highest light and our highest potential, so we can manifest a better world, a world that we truly deserve. Number 28, You are multidimensional and non-linear. You have so many different selves in many different dimensions and different levels. You are human, yet you are a soul. You are an angel, a warrior. You are soft and you are masculine. You are feminine. You are light and you are dark. You are here for the full embodiment of infinity. You are not limited to your earth vessel. You are not limited to linear thinking, as you are able to timeline jump through the past, through the present, through the future, to live and experience all dimensions simultaneously. When we are truly awakened to God, we are living in a constant oneness with these universal energies that are flowing through all the time. Everything is happening in the now, all timelines, all realities, because we can perceive them, because we are here and we are plugged into it. Number 29, you have a vivid and detailed memory. You remember things in your life. You remember dreams you've had. You remember experiences that may have shaped you or altered the way you think about things or future timelines ahead. You remember perfect things perfectly, and you remember your blessings from God. You are able to travel time through memory and through the quantum realm, and you are able to visualize and see things through your third eye. And you understand that we are souls living a linear incarnation, but it's not linear at all. We are all energy and it's all flowing through and happening in the now. Number 29. You have sorry, I just did that one. Number 30. You have a powerful sex drive and extremely strong sacral energy. And we were lied to about our sexual energy. Our sexual energy is divine. We can channel God, Creator, and our angels through our sacral energy, through our sexual energy. We are so incredibly powerful, and we can manifest realities and change the weather. We can do anything, and our sacral energy is powerful. You may have discovered yourself at a young age, and you, as a powerful soul, have really learned to be passionate and to experience the pleasures of this earth vessel, of why we're here, because we're not here to suffer. We're not here to live in scarcity and lack and to be slaves to a 9 to 5 and to never get to enjoy the blessings of being here, of being sexual, and being divine, and that there are it, they need to remove shame from religion. Religion was designed to be another part of the beast system, and to shame us from plugging into our divine powers. Women are especially very powerful. The clitoris has like 8,000 nerves in it, and we are creators of life. We are literal portals to heaven. We can bring life into this world through our sacral energy. We are creators of universes. Women are extremely powerful with God. And that's another reason why they've done so much to suppress women in this world, and to suppress our sexuality, to suppress all of these gifts that God has given us. But your sacral energy is sacred. And that is why the devil has tried to take it from you. We've been targeted by the devil our whole lives. Before I was even, in puberty, there were parasites out there that were trying to, it's an evil world. We were attacked. And that is one way, they really have attacked our children as well. Is, there are evil pedophiles in this world who have attacked God's most sacred souls, women and children, sexually. So we have to protect our sacral energy, and we have to be very selective about who we give our sacral energy to. Not just anyone with any demons can have access to our sacred vessels. And, but we, as the conscious creators of our realities, we can birth universes and so many blessings into the world by being plugged into our sacral energy, by using our sacral energy for God and for manifesting higher timelines. We can visualize heaven on earth while we are experiencing the pleasures of the flesh, and really, really create miracles and manifest them for the world. Sexual energy is a powerful divine tool and instrument for God to manifest higher timelines. And it's amazing what we can do. Number 31. You have experienced countless miracles in your life. So it wasn't always just hardships or darkness, but that you can go back to timelines in your life where something happened that was like you were in the right place at the right time, and you just know that God made that happen for me. and that you have seen God come out to embrace you at times in your life where you are so grateful. I can go back and past timelines and remember and recall events where God has reached through the universe to give me a hug. And they seemed like coincidences or something at the time, like, how could this happen? And then it's like, no, that God did that on purpose. because you are loved. And, you know, my mind goes to so many different times in my life. Like when I was a kid and my mom got a new mattress for my bed or something, and we threw out the old bed and we had to put it in the backyard because trash day wasn't for another couple days. And I asked her if I could sleep back there since I had a bed out there and all. And she said, yeah. And that night there happened to be, coincidentally, a incredible meteor shower where it was just raining stars across the sky, and it was spectacular. I had no idea that that was going to happen, and the fact that I threw out my bed just on that day or anything, it was like, that's more than a coincidence. I thank you for that one, God. And you know, so many other times, and it's just miracles are ever present. Really, they are. And the more you awaken, the more you heal, the more you're manifesting miracles into your timelines. And I have some really epic ones. That's just one of many epic. Um, I have so many stories. I've had such an incredible life that, you know, it's, and there's always more miracles to experience when you're plugged into the frequency of miracles, that they're ever present, and that we live in a constant state of love and gratitude for all the blessings that God is unfolding for us. All right. Number 32. You have had one or several near-death experiences or ego deaths. And I know this is common with a lot of chosen ones. We've had NDEs, near-death experiences, abrupt timeline shifts, things that we went through, deaths of ego, different collapsing timelines. And these are all spiritual rebirths. These are all going to the other side, to getting more codes from our highest self and bringing them back. I was hit by a car in 2016 and I had a traumatic brain injury. And that traumatic brain injury was a catalyst for so many things in my life. It changed me. It rattled me. It did something to my nervous system. I was never the same after that. You know, I was riding my bicycle to work and a car pinched me and then hit me and it was a very, very scary thing. We were going downhill on Broadway and I was on my bicycle. And that brain injury, I remember I woke up unconscious in the middle of the street. And I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. I felt like I needed to get up, but I couldn't. And there were police officers taping off that part of the road, and the ambulance was coming in to get me. That was a timeline jump right there in my life. I had to go through, I took some time off from work to heal, and something was different about me after that. It was a long healing process, and it has, it's still something I actively am working to heal from. It is something that's followed me, all this time later still. And I've really tapped into my gifts and things as a healer, but I know that something happened to me through that. And I brought something through, like my highest self. That was a death and a rebirth for me right there. And I've had so many, and several, in fact, and I've had so many near-death experiences, times in my life where I should have died, but I didn't. Where I was, on the bottom of a pool breathing water, and then, someone came to get me and did CPR on me, or, so many different things where I was this close to death, and I survived it. I was shot in the head with a bullet, close range too, and we never found the bullet. Uh, don't know what happened to it. I think an angel took a bullet for me, because we looked for it. And there have been other times where I was shot at as well. The path of a chosen one is hardcore. We've been through a lot more than what you see on the surface. So many stories. Um, so many miracles. Number 33. You look incredibly young for your age because of your high vibration with Source and your healing with God. You shine and you radiate your light into the world. You have transcended aging, and you don't look like what you have been through. You don't look like the hardships and the struggles that you've endured. You are often, going back to being underestimated, is that because you are so pure in your vibration, they don't realize that that is a strength, not a weakness. They don't realize that your healing is a supernatural gift from the Most High. And it gets weirder the older we get. I'm 42 now, and I didn't think I would live to be this old. My past selves didn't think we would make it. But nonetheless, we've gone through incredible trials and tribulations in our lives, and we have alchemized everything into light. We've brought through truth, and we awakened to our highest selves. And now this is really just beginning for us, because we've been reborn. We look young, we behave young, and rebirth will do that, because you are literally rebirthed. You are God incarnate, awakening to your true light and potential in the earth vessel. You have died your spiritual death, and you have surrendered your former selves so that you can be your highest light with the Most High. And to really fulfilling your true soul mission and potential for being here. You're working your healing, you're working your energies, and you are creating a better world for us all by doing so energetically. And we look so young, and we seem so young, but there is a lot of wisdom and knowledge that we carry with God. We're bringing through the codes of our highest selves into active consciousness and into play as the creators we are. We are creator souls incarnate, writing this divine script. And you may have had several deaths and heartbreak as well. That everything that you've been through has helped you to remember more who you are and find higher alignments. That you've had heartbreak. You're no stranger to heartbreak, and you've endured a lot of it. But that you continue to love and vibrate higher, and to do more and embody your highest mission and your highest reason for incarnating on this earth. And you can just surrender to the Most High and trust the process, and know that there will be pain and hardships along the way. The path of the chosen one is not easy, and but it is worth it. It's not easy, but it is worth it. For we get upgrades for the healing that we work, and that also false light doesn't really carry a vibration of authenticity, and they can only try to mimic the light, but true sovereignty has a vibrational frequency that angers the demons that false light tries to conceal. We activate the darkness in them. So the age of light is here, and nothing can stop what God is doing. False light, darkness can do everything it can try to do to snuff out our light, to silence us, to suppress us in the algorithms, and to spread lies or darkness and manipulation into the world. That's what they do. They use black magic to try to attack God's chosen. But we are here. We are awakened. We are standing proud in our power and walking in our purpose because we are divinely protected. We are here on a mission from the Most High, and we are wearing the armor of God. The enemy cannot destroy us. They can do nothing but watch us win and to watch us rise and to continue to thrive in our divine mission for freedom on earth. They tried to stop us. They tried to snuff out our light, but they failed. We are divinely protected. We are loved, and we know our mission for being here. Nothing can stop what God is doing for us. Chosen ones, you are loved. You are seen. You are valued. You are the treasure in this world. You deserve all the blessings and beauty that you are manifesting into this world. Continue to anchor in the light, to be best friends with God, to listen to your guides, to your angels, and to continue to rise into your highest self, to the throne of your soul, and light up all your chakras from the root to the tip, from your root to your crown. Is that you are being the rainbow bridge to new earth. You are literally heaven walking on earth. You are the light. You are the truth. You are the love, and you are the way. God loves you. You are divinely favored, and you are manifesting miracles every moment. So own it, walk in it, and live it. Don't shrink yourself for the comfort of their egos. You are multidimensional, you are beautiful, you are divine, and you are sacred. Continue to be you and thrive. Let no parasite attach and try to siphon the love and the life force energy out of you to make you feel like you are not worthy of God's love, because you are. You are divine. You are chosen. You are beautiful. You have a mission for coming here, and you are a blessing to this world. You are a gift from God, from the heavens. Your own inner healing and the work that you do with the divine is your greatest gift to the world. Share it, embody it, speak it, live it, but it's not for everyone. So have strong boundaries and allow others to really rise to greet you. Don't lower yourself to meet them on their level, because that's when they try to get you and tear you down. This is definitely a new time for us. The age of light is happening inside of us. We've taken back our power from the dark forces. We're realizing that we are infinite in our true divine potential to create and manifest our realities. We are manifesting a whole new world. The system of oppression collapsing and us living in total oneness and sovereignty with God. We've got to get out there on the ground level too, chosen ones. We need to create places for us to unite where we can be safe, to be high vibrational, and to focus on our mission. We have leveled up so far, and we've come so far, and we are advanced quantum healers, and we are powerful activators. We can help to activate each other and to teach each other about the miracles that God has been teaching us. And we're sharing and creating a better world through that, through doing our inner healing and understanding our gifts in the quantum. And nothing can stop us. We're just going to continue to grow and to find higher alignments and to do it, to bring our royal family together and figure this out. We have a purpose on this earth, and we have a drive to make the world a beautiful and harmonious place to live in. And we've always had that nagging responsibility on us that we needed to change the world. And we've faced every bit of hypocrisy that we could have faced. We have been honest with ourselves in our healing. And because of that, we have been able to transmute the darkness into light, and to remember and align ourselves to our highest mission and to our highest purpose for incarnating on earth. Every day gets better and better and better with God, and that's what I'm staying plugged into. That's what I'm staying grateful for. Though my life in 3D needs to really catch up to my spiritual growth, and I am still here trying to gain the resources to create Infinity Rising Army of Angels healing retreats and places where we can have land to grow on, and to be in high vibrational spaces where we can unite God's people and focus on our sacred mission for New Earth. And also a home for myself, a place where I can relax my nervous system and get to work on the other things that I'm manifesting, like writing my book, growing a garden, and working on my own healing, and making medicines and potions, and getting into holistic health more, as I'll be growing my own food and herbs. So that's what we're working on manifesting. That's what we're praying for, to the universe to provide for us. And, I always keep links below in the description on my videos to donate. I have a GoFundMe out there to secure land for Infinity Rising Army of Angels, and I have a Patreon that I think will be wonderful for us once we really secure land and start working together to build our healing retreat. And I also have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and my link tree is below. You can follow me on TikTok as well, and I have been doing some TikTok. So, God's always expanding me to come out of my comfort zone and to share my light in different ways. And the TikTok community has been beautiful. There are some real angels out there and beautiful souls who are spreading their light into this world. And, the channel messages I get on there are so for me that I know that I've got a lot of angels out there in this world. And, and I love you, chosen ones. This is all coming to unity. It's unfolding in God's divine timing. It's not a race. It's not a competition. We can all relax our nervous systems and just allow the universe to let it happen. And we're conduits, we're messengers, we're here. We channel source, we channel from our angels, and we're here to empower you, to to having your missions and to helping, heal yourself, but also be the healer for others and to expand in your healing. And that's why sanctuaries, I think, are so important for us, is because the devil has had us marked for attacks in our lives. And we really have been through more than our share of that. And we are so divinely protected that we must be in high vibrational environments where we can be in alignment with our highest soul mission and with those who are true light warriors for God. No more false light. And we're manifesting it. So help out and donate how you can, share, comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you have land or anything that you'd like to donate and be part of our growing community, I invite you to come along, and however you feel called to support our mission of light is, appreciated and honored, because we've got a lot to do. We've done the spiritual work and we're doing the spiritual work, but now we have to do things in the earth realm as well, on the ground level. It's time to unite our armies of angels to have our land, to love, to nurture, and to be high vibrational with. We are healing it, and we're the ones, and we've inherited the earth. So it's time for us to live in our divine authority and to live in our purpose. And with that, I this has been a very long one, and I see 222. Yeah. On the timer. So on that note, I'm just going to say I love you and thank you for being with me this whole speech. And, God bless you. Chosen ones, everyone, we are doing it. God is doing it through us. And it's an honor to serve the Most High and to serve humanity. I love you so much. God bless you.